Okay, so this is the shopping list exercise that I sent out to you last week. So I'm just going to go through it with you as to how to do it. In the sheet I sent you, you can see that the worksheet you had to create, has 4 columns and 14 rows. So that's the first thing you need to sort of sort out. So we'll go across the 4 to D and we'll go down to 14. Okay, just select that area. Now I always like to put the borders in here straight away because it sort of defines the cells and makes them a bit easier to work with. So you click up here on this little arrow beside the window legend and click on all borders. Now you can see that the script on the descriptions and the headings in some of the columns are a bit long and you need to widen each column. So sort of do that first so that you get it and make it easier to input the data. Okay, just widen them out a bit. As I say, you can always adjust these later on or make them narrower if you wish, if you're running out of space. Okay, and the first thing we're going to do now is put in the header. You do that by selecting the top 2 rows over as far as D. And click here on this merge and center. Okay, and then you type in your header, which in this case is John's, or your own name, shopping list. Okay, and to make that a little bit bigger, you just select, if I run the left click and run the mouse over it, and then you can change the size up here. And if you run the mouse down over the numbers, you see that the print increases and you get to something that just fills the box. So 24 there looks about right. So we click on that. Okay, you get the first part done. The next thing then is to put in the list of items. Sorry, put in the subheaders. So this is item. This next one is quantity. I always feel it's easier to put the data in if you've widened the cells beforehand, because it sort of makes it a bit easier to see and they don't get too crowded. And the last one then is just the total. Alright, and then the next thing you do is put in the data. Okay, so when you've all the data in as per the worksheet I've given you, you go on then to instruction number 4, which is to put in the formula in here in D4 to multiply what's in B multiplied by C. So in other words, the quantity by the price to give you the total. So that formula is equals, and it's B4, and multiplied by is a little star sign, which is uppercase 8, and by C4, and then press enter, and that gives you the total there. And then you notice from previous, you can just copy that formula all the way down as far as 13. And it multiplies everything out for you. So one of the benefits of Excel. Okay, now we're going to use AutoSum to just to work out the total here. So we just select everything, but this time you go down one more cell to as far as the total row, and then you just click on the AutoSum icon, and it gives us the 6452 of the total. Okay, now we center align the data in columns B, C, and D. And again, that's quite easy done. You just select the data, which is, actually we'll take the subheaders as well. And when you have it all selected, you just simply click on center alignment button up here. Set all the numbers to 2 decimal places. Okay, but we have to go out of that because we have the headers selected there. So just numbers this time only. Select all the numbers by left clicking. Do that again. Left click here, hold, and then drag it all the way down to make sure you have all the numbers included in selection. You right click, and down here you left click on format cells, and you get this menu. And it's number we're looking at, so we're going to just click into number here. Now it defaults to 2 decimal places, but if it wasn't for any reason, you can adjust it here by using these little arrows. So in this case we want 2, and you just left click on OK, and that puts it all to 2 decimal places. The next thing is input the euro sign on the numbers in column C and D. Okay, so we select the numbers here in C and D, and again we right click, left click on format cells, and in this case then we select currency. Now it normally defaults to euro on most computers, but if it doesn't, there's a drop down menu here, and you can see all the various different currencies of the world are there. If you wanted none, you can pick the euro sign out or any sign out by clicking on that. But in this case, we want the euro, which is there. And again, you just left click on OK, and it puts the euro sign in. Okay. Change the font type and the size of your own choice. So just if you wanted to dress it up a wee bit, maybe we might select the items here and maybe just change it to something, anything at all, maybe Arial black. Okay, that'll make that stand out a bit. And then maybe these ones here again, you can select all of that. Again, this is up to yourself. You can be as creative as you wish. You want to do something really fancy, maybe Arial Nova for that. Okay, the next thing is insert background colors of your choice in all headings and columns. Okay, well again, we've done this before. You select, say, the header there. You click on the little arrow here and you pick something that you fancy. Men might not be great at this, picking colors. I think the ladies of that skill more than us. However, maybe there's exceptions. The next one then is just say this one here. And again, and you can repeat the colors if you wish. There's no hard and fast rules about this. Just go with the blue. And you can do 2 at a time if you wish. That's not a problem. Maybe that's salmon color there. And then the last one. We can just select something to say up to yourselves really on this one. Maybe a light blue. Okay, if you wanted sort of maybe highlight this particular one here, the total, you could maybe change that, maybe to sort of a bright yellow, just to look at your spending. Okay, the next thing we need to do then is just change the name on the tab. So down at the bottom here, just where it says sheet 2 here, in my case might be sheet 1 in yours, you just right click over that, you left click on rename, and you just type in, overtype in shopping list. Okay, and then just click outside of it anywhere to put the name in. And that's it. Don't forget to save your work and put it in your folder. You can show it off to your friends when they call around, whenever we get around to doing that. Alright, thank you very much, and any problems, of course, you can ring me anytime. Thank you.